Even better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh.
We back.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, this this is your boy Maurice, my boy Milligan, my boy Chris Winstead. We hear special guests on my boy's show. We're gonna talk about a few topics with y'all today. Chris, go ahead and start it off.
So first, we'll talk a little bit about the NBA Finals.
Also, I want to update you guys on the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, and the World Cup is coming up.
And we're gonna talk about McCann.
All right, so we're gonna start off with the finals. Game 4 is tonight. The Spurs lead 2-1. The Spurs seem like overall throughout the series they've had control over the Heat. But the Heat have had their moments in the fourth quarter, and specifically in the second half. So, what do you guys see for the rest of the series? How you see things going?
Go ahead, Chris.
Well, my predictions are that the Spurs will take it in two more games, because the Heat's offense been breaking down and cannot handle the Spurs defense.
I feel like the Spurs are gonna take it in 6. I made a prediction last year, but Illuminati intervened. But I feel like this year, they're gonna set things right and let them just play. But Spurs are gonna take it. Kawhi Leonard gonna be MVP. If not him, then Danny Green. Just wait on it.
Like I said in previous videos before the playoffs, I had Miami winning in the finals in 7 games over the OKC Thunder. So by default, I have to continue to support the Miami Heat to win in 7 games. I think LeBron is going to get these guys over the hump again. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Anything else to say for the finals? Any comments, questions, concerns?
I believe that LeBron will continue to choke because of Kawhi Leonard's impeccable defense, and because of the fact that when Kawhi Leonard is on the floor, LeBron's shooting percentage drops from 55 to 35. So LeBron, forces shots, forces passes, and cannot handle the intense defense put on him by Kawhi Leonard.
So, do you think, since LeBron is struggling on Kawhi Leonard, if he comes more defensive or whatever on LeBron, do you think other teammates such as Mario Chalmers have to step up?
I believe that the few games have shown that Mario Chalmers is not prepared nor ready to step up to the plate of the NBA Finals. Proven with the fact that Mario Chalmers been taking bad, dicey shots, and that he's not ready, matured enough to put the team on his shoulders.
Me personally, I just don't think the Miami Heat are a good team at all. I mean, like, they have the superstars, they have the big 4 or whatever, but overall they're not a good team.
Why would you have them winning?
Because I picked them to win in versus OKC. I feel like they match up better against OKC than they would against San Antonio.
Then you should say the Spurs are gonna win, because if the Spurs are a better matchup and they're more likely to win, you should say they win. But hey, do you?
I'm gonna stick with my picks.
It's not that the Heat are a bad team. It's just the Heat weren't prepared for such an old style, passing, post game. They're more, get the ball and chuck it up, or get the ball and take it in. This matchup is really in favor of Spurs because of the young and older balance of people on the team.
To be honest, Chris, I kind of don't understand that argument, because these guys, this is their 3rd, 4th straight finals appearance. Like, these guys, and 2nd straight against the Spurs. So, I mean, they have the experience. They know they played every type of defense, every type of team. They're just not a good team. Chris Anderson, not a good player. Mario Chalmers, horrible player. None of these guys are good other than the 4 superstars. And at the end of the day, the Spurs' depth might just get them over the hump against the Heat. But like I said, I think the Heat are going to get it together. They're 4 superstars and pull this out.
Now, in defense of that statement, actually, I believe, all the Heat really has right now is LeBron. Dwayne, old and injured. Chris Bosh falling off. 4 touches, really, last game. Not that many chances to shine. Norris Cole gets in for 2 minutes, turns it over. Mario Chalmers gets the ball in his hand, throws up a bad 3. It's just everybody's not clicking on the same cylinder. And the Heat been working together so well against teams that were easy over the season that, when it comes time to lock down and play good defense and offense throughout a whole game, they don't have the the standard to keep playing, offense and defense throughout the whole game, and have the I forget the word, but to stay out there and play good defense for a whole quarter, then play for hard offense for a whole quarter. And Chris Anderson hasn't sat there played aggressive D. He sat there, he's just been there. So the Miami Heat is a good team, but have yet to show up in the finals.
The word he was looking for was stamina.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next topic. The Stanley Cup Finals. The New York Rangers, New York is actually winning in something, are in the Stanley Cup Finals. They were down 3-0 against the LA Kings, but they won Game 4. So, just take it one game at a time when you're down 3-0, and who knows? Ironically, the only other team that came back from a 3-0 deficit this same postseason were the LA Kings. So we'll see what happens in the Stanley Cup Finals. The World Cup begins today. You guys have any prediction on who you think is going to win? Me personally, I'm just going to say Spain. I have Spain winning it all.
Brazil.
Barcelona. Spain. As my man already said, Rashad.
But really, though, I think Spain is a good – not Spain. But yeah, Spain is a good prediction for this year. But I really feel like Brazil is going to be able to pull it out because, they're a great, well-rounded team, have the whole city behind them this year, And all right, okay, they have a whole country behind them. And I just feel like, with that support that, it'll be great. But, one thing, that really just kind of baffles me, like the United States coach, going publicly and saying that they have no chance. I feel like every team has a chance, But, hey, like, as a coach, you should never discourage your team by just saying, like, they have no chance. But, hey, somebody would be great. They won't.
Maybe he was motivating the team through discouragement. Maybe you ever thought of that. But anyways, with Brazil, they have Neymar making his first World Cup appearance. The big superstar Neymar. But to me, Brazil, like the home country, the hosting country, I feel like they have too much pressure to win, and all the hype around them and extra stuff is gonna keep them from winning. So I see Cristiano Ronaldo taking it home for Spain. And go USA though. I'm rooting for y'all all the way. Hopefully y'all can do something. All right. My name's Rashad.
Mo.
And Chris Winstead.
And lastly, I want to talk about Rashad McCants. Coming out and talking about these allegations against UNC. I'm a big UNC fan, go Tar Heels. And I just feel like I just wonder why would people come out and say this, Like, even if all these allegations are true, why come out years later and come out and say it? It's like, what purpose are you proving at this point anymore, Is granted, you guys, like, these players aren't really in school. Like, they're in school for 6 credit hours and for a semester. You're not learning anything anyway. So, let's be real. But and you want to come out and talk about, they're not getting the proper education. Like, you knew you wasn't going to get the proper education, bro. You came there to hoop. And when your NBA career didn't work out, and now you want some more money. But, hey, it's all good. How do you feel about it, Rashad?
Well, the way I feel about it is like all three of us are college students. And as a college student that works very hard for his grades and, whatever he earns, I feel pretty much disrespected by Rashad McCants' comments because I know some college athletes that, do their work. They might not get the best grades and be on Dean's list like Rashad McCants was, but they do their work. Like Kenny Smith came out saying he was 10 times better than Rashad McCants when he was at UNC, and no one ever cheated for him. So you got any comments on that, Chris?
I just believe as a student, he wasn't worried about the credit hours. He didn't really care. All he cared about was getting on the court and, hooping and getting, the advantages. But far along, when he realized things didn't go out as he planned, that he wanted to get a chance to, get back to the money or find another way to the money and, encouraged him to speak out. So I just feel like, the statements, and the allegations by Rashad McCants are blatantly disrespectful. And if he felt like he should have came out, with his statement, he should have came out with them while he was in college and not wait to see what happened afterwards.
Oh yeah, Rashad McCants, do better, because all you making this news or whatever, being formally irrelevant or whatever, it's kind of hurting my Google searches results. When you put Rashad M, you come up like first and stuff. So I'm gonna need you to chill, bro, and like go back to irrelevancy, because yeah, you don't need to be snitching on your program too for some money, man.
And while we're talking about greedy college athletes, I just believe, I'm just gonna throw in a little something that we should talk about, the NCAA students, and that they're the football athletes that they get thousands of dollars of free college and refund checks. And the fact that that they're mad, because people play with them on the game every once in a while, or every when they can, that now that they want some money, I just feel like that's selfish, because people really don't get opportunities to have free college, and you get the opportunity to have free college, and instead of worrying about your your college and your schoolwork, you're just still worried about getting paid and getting money, even though you're not paying $100,000 or tens of thousands of dollars, to go to college and further your education. That's all.
Well, thank you guys for watching. This is Rashad's show. I'm Maurice McNair. That's Chris Winstead. And I'm from BBT. Hey. West Side. Hey. All right.